Hello everybody, it's Doom here, and ever since Spirit Halloween released the names of the new for 2024 Halloween animatronics, we are still left to wonder, well, what do they look like? So today I made 3 pieces of concept art, and I think some of them might look a lot like this. So without further ado, let's go take a look. So for our first piece of concept art, and let me just remind you, this is just concept art, this isn't actual images of the animatronics, we have the demonic gatekeeper. Now, out of the pieces of concept art, this one is probably going to end up being the most far off, because I doubt Spirit Halloween would do this big of an animatronic, especially when their most expensive one is only $350. Now that sounds like a lot, but if this were to go on the market, it would probably be $400 to $450. But the main idea is something like looming clown or looming ghoul that you could actually walk under, and since it's called Gatekeeper, I think that fits with it very well. And for this guy's animation, he'd probably just have side-to-side movement, kind of like looming clown or looming ghoul, just like teeter-tottering back and forth with his torso. Anyway, feel free to tell me your thoughts about this guy down in the comments below. Alright, this next one is actually my personal favorite piece of concept art I've made, and this is supposed to be Wanda Webworth. So I thought it'd be really cool if she was like half spider, half lady, and kind of like mutating. Kind of like Spider-Man if he were to become an actual spider. And I like this so much because it's just so creepy and unique and would be a perfect addition to their lineup this year for sure. So the backstory for her would be she was like this beautiful girl and like a witch is jealous of her. So she casts a spell on a spider and then the spider bites her and she slowly morphs into a spider herself. And I'm quite surprised we haven't seen an animatronic like this. We don't get a lot of mutants and this would be a great opportunity for one. And I also thought it would be cool for her to have like the classic Unit 70 Studios spider legs bursting out of her back. Anyway, I think her movement should be like maybe servo head movements and mouth movements, and maybe even, to go the extra mile, also have those legs move as well, which would be really hard to pull off, but would just look super, super cool. And if this prop ends up as I predict, I think it would be the best prop in a long time. So once again, tell me your thoughts down in the comments below. I'm sorry, I just had to. And last but not least, well, actually probably is least, but last, we have Giant Death Ray. Yeah, so based off the name, it sounded like more of a comical one, so I went all for it. So we have like the little mad scientist at the top, that's from Distortions Unlimited, by the way, and he is controlling this giant death ray, hence the name. And I also did see that End of the Road Haunts thought that it was going to be a giant death ray, meaning a ray. A stingray. A stingray. Yeah, no offense to End of the Road Haunts, but I highly doubt that it will be a stingray. But you never know, the chances are never 0, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. So this guy's animation would be mainly the scientist. The scientist's mouth will move, his head will move, or maybe his like waist will move back and forth. And maybe even if Spirit really goes complicated, they could also have him like pulling levers and stuff. But that would make him like $400 or something. It would make him a lot more expensive. And also I would hope that the ray itself would also spin, kind of like it's like charging up before it fires. And the scientists on top will be all like, no, kill! So yeah, that's my prediction for Giant Death Ray, and I know it sounds absurd, but it's not as absurd as a stingray. I swear if it ends up being a stingray. Anyway, that's going to be all for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like the video and comment down below as always, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Doom out.